Well, it's that time of year again where I get to bitch about how my channel isn't making hardly any progress, and whatever momentum it does have is slowly dying off because my number one video is a tutorial on a video game that is 7 years old. Except now, I feel a renewed sense of strength given all of the controversy that YouTube has been facing regarding their new AI implementations and enforcements of policies and community guidelines that nobody seems to be breaking, however, everybody seems to be guilty of. YouTube age restricted my perfectly fine game video, and I fought like hell trying to figure out what the deal was so that I could fix it. For a little bit of context, there's a game on the horizon called Resident Evil Requiem that I've been trying to gear myself up story-wise in order to better understand the events that took place before this 9th game in this series comes out. And in doing so, I've been playing all the older games and putting them on my channel so that not only I can enjoy it, but anyone else who wants to enjoy this walk with me can do so. And I thought everything was going completely fine until I made it to Resident Evil 2, and the first part of this series got age restricted. I won't even begin to say how fucking ridiculous it is that I've already played this game in the past, had it on my channel, and it's never gotten age restricted, but also the fact that it's a fucking video game and anything regarding violence is scripted violence and specifically protected within YouTube's community guidelines. Now, why does it matter that this part 1 is age restricted and it's just only the part 1? But why would that matter that only this one part is and none of the other parts are? Well, it's the fact that it is part 1 in this series. Some of the older games that I've already played, Resident Evil 0 and 1, they look a bit older, and I can completely understand the visual aspect of things. This is the first newer looking game in the series that I've played, and I understand if this is probably one of the more visually appealing ones to watch. Well, you can't even do so unless you log in and prove that you are 18 years of age or older. Not something I want to put my potential audience through, especially when the majority of my audience is not subscribed, nor are they regular watchers. The very first upload of this was age restricted probably about a day or two after I uploaded it. Caught me off guard, didn't know what to do, so thankfully, there is an appeal process that YouTube has implemented. Well, isn't that fortunate? Fucking wrong. Because the moment I appealed the decision is almost the exact same fucking moment that it got denied. How is it that an actual human reviewed my footage within 2 minutes of me asking for an appeal when the video is an hour and a half long? YouTube employees must have fucking 48x available on their goddamn toolbar. And that's going to be something that they roll out to Premium Plus users in the next 2 years. The $50 version of YouTube Premium. So there I am certain a human didn't fucking look at this thing, that it got automated again. So what did I do? I took matters into my own hands. I tried to section out the video into multiple different parts to find out maybe I can cut out the section that it thinks is sensitive. I mean, by all means, I'm willing to. I'm not trying to circumvent anything. I'm not trying to get around policies. I am willing to abide by them, but if I fucking know how to, and by my full understanding of the community guidelines and policies, there is nothing wrong with uploading gameplay footage unless it's indiscernible from real life, and as long as you're not fucking 83 years old, I think you can tell the difference between a video game and real life. So I split this video up into 9 sequential parts, all about 10 to 15 minutes long. I uploaded them, and I thought, okay, I got these 9 different parts of 10 to 15 minutes long. One of them is going to get flagged, one or more of them. I can search those 10 to 15 minute videos, maybe split those up into smaller sections, and I can nail down exactly what it is that tipped off this algorithm. Except instead of YouTube telling me which one of those sections was age restricted, the most magical thing happened and suddenly there was no fucking problem with any of the sections. That's right, not a single section of those, not one of the 9 of the same exact video, no editing, other than the fact that they were split up from that hour and a half into 10 to 15 minute parts, none of them got age restricted, not a single one. So I started running more tests. In order to save myself a little bit of time, I was uploading with different export settings, some of them at lower resolutions and bit rates. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's fine. There's nothing really different other than the quality of the video versus the content of the video. Some of these were passing, some of these weren't. There was no consistency in what it was to be able to nail down what the issue was. At one point, it got so inconsistent that I thought, maybe I just ran into some bad luck, and if I re-upload the original file, it won't get restricted. Unfortunately, it did. So now at this point, I have no other option but to contact YouTube and try to explain to them these tests that I've ran. Clearly, there is something wrong. And maybe have them, affirm that they had somebody look at the video and they can switch it back. So I reach out to YouTube support. It's like fucking midnight on a Sunday. I've got work in the morning, but I want to figure this out. I explained the situation and the tests that I ran with the 9 sequential parts and how they all got approved, but the bigger one didn't. And they had me send over my information, and after patiently waiting for, it looks like 20 minutes, 5 separate occasions of being asked for 3 to 5 minutes to check, they tell me they have to move it to email and that they'll have to contact me again another time. I said, sure, I'll take another couple days, just as long as it gets taken care of. Thank you. I'm trying to be as nice as possible as I can. So later that morning, they said they need to elevate it. It'll take a couple days. Well, I wait a couple days. I don't hear anything. And of course, it was the holiday season, so I gave them quite a bit of slack on that. But then the next week had come up, and I still hadn't heard anything, so I asked them for a follow-up again, to which they replied a week after I originally reached out, and they told me that they've reviewed the video and found that it warrants an age restriction. Again, giving me the same bullshit excuse, violent or graphic content that appears to be posted in a shocking, sensational, or disrespectful manner is not considered appropriate for all audiences. This is a fucking video game, dude. And then they just redirected me to the help center where I can learn more about age-restricted content. If anything, my fucking mouth should be the thing that gets age-restricted, not me playing a goddamn video game. But as I've recently learned from a video that has quickly been picking up pace over how bullshit the YouTube algorithm is, I kind of don't give a fuck anymore about holding back on some of my language. Because clearly it doesn't fucking matter. So I spent a couple more days trying to conduct some more tests, and I'm not getting anywhere with these things. Whether it's half the video, whether it's the whole video, whether it's 9 sequential parts, nothing else is getting age restricted except for the version that I need to be posted. So I reach out to YouTube's chat again, hoping to find somebody else, because I've reached out to their Twitter, and of course they gave me some fucking copy and paste answer about how I can learn more about their policies and make sure that everything's good and I can appeal within the studio. I told them that I already appealed and they haven't said anything back to me. So I reached out to their chat forum again. And while this time I got a little further, I gotta warn you, it still doesn't have a happy ending. At 8:32 a.m., I reach out to YouTube support via their chat feature, and I am speaking with what I assume to be this nice woman named Gabby, who I am doing my utmost best to try and stay cordial with. I explained the situation about the age restriction behavior, except this time I was really nailing down the fact about the 9 sequential sections that I had uploaded that didn't get age restricted, yet the overall video did. And I wanted to have that addressed. I sent over my information about the different videos that were affected. I let them know that I appealed the decision that they made, and it got rejected almost immediately, which leads me to believe that a human didn't actually look at it, to which she tells me that she doesn't have any good information for me. She checked with her review team, and their decision provided on the video can confirm that it was reviewed. Basically telling me that they did have somebody look at it over the last time that I brought this up, and they are sticking to their guns about it's not appropriate. This is where I start getting a little angry, but I tried to keep it away from Gabby because God knows she's just a woman with a job. She's not fucking YouTube themselves. And I do my absolute best not to get mad at customer service in general, It's not their fault. It's the fucking assholes who built this goddamn automated system that are the ones to blame. And even furthermore, it's YouTube's fault for enforcing this fucking stupid machine to make these fucking calls and then stand by their decisions as if there's not a problem with it. I tried to reiterate the issue, to which she escalated me to a supervisor. And this is where it got really disheartening, because the supervisor essentially told me that they were acknowledging the problem, but they weren't going to do anything about it. At 9:31 a.m., almost an hour into this chat, the supervisor tells me after investigation, I can confirm that the decision on this video is already final. We have raised this video for reevaluation on this thread and confirmed the age restriction. To which I asked, okay, what about my other concern? They said, as for your other videos that were not flagged as age restricted, we have no additional information we can share to ensure the integrity of our review process. To which I could only reply with, it doesn't really sound like there is any integrity to the review process. They essentially just told me that yes, the automated system caught the full video, and yes, we understand that the full video split into 9 separate parts is the same content, and the automated system didn't catch that. However, we're not going to do anything about it. We understand the situation, fully understand, and we are not going to do anything about it. I mean, fuck you, dude. And it's not, and I don't mean like, yes, I mean, fuck you because you're the one that I'm dealing with, but it's not directed towards the people that are trying to fucking communicate with me. It's fuck you, YouTube. You know? I have been doing this for most of my free fucking time for the last 3 to 4 years. Every waking moment that I'm not at my job, that I'm not at the fucking gym, has been dedicated to fucking YouTube. I'm damn near working fucking 40 to 60 hours a week on this quote-unquote side hustle, if I can even call it that, making pennies on the dollar, maybe $3 a week when it comes to ad revenue, trying to make something of this in the world's biggest uphill fucking battle I've ever fought. And you're not making it any fucking easier when something I'm trying to work on gets alienated from such a large portion of the platform. And I'm not one to say that I deserve so much more and so much better, but I deserve better than this. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. That one video itself was hours of work. And I'm trying to keep this in line to meet a deadline by February. It's like that recent video by Fart Sniffer. Yeah, the fucking world's most ridiculous name ever. And the sentiment behind the YouTube algorithm and how bullshit it is. He touches on the new AI implementations and shit, and he's completely right. You know, there's plenty of channels out there that are YouTube gurus that will teach you how to get up your channel, and the biggest issue is that, you know, it's usually content creativity that you have room to improve upon, you just can't see it yet. I'm calling fucking bullshit. That there's other way, that it's not just luck, it's effort. Go fuck yourself. I'm so tired of the sentiment saying that people aren't trying hard enough in order to make it. That they're not adjusting their content to what needs to be for YouTube. The account Fart Sniffer that, while it's funny to say in context, created a second fucking account to do this rant and show off to the algorithm that he put zero effort into this fucking video, is completely blasting past another account that he has a couple thousand subscribers with, and he's dead in the water. I've never related to something so hard in my fucking life. I don't want to make another fucking account. I've literally got years of history on this fucking account that I've started. But he may have just proved that it's never going to happen for me, not on this one. And I know I'm not the only one. I see people in all these comments talking about how hard they're grinding and how fucking hopeless it seems sometimes. And I feel that. And if it wasn't for the small, few interactive people that are watching my videos, I may have given up by now. Or at least tried again on another fucking account. But I can't leave them behind. I feel like they're counting on me. As weird as that is, it's fucking a room full of 3 people is still 3 people. More than what I had when I started. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I hit a stroke of luck in the original 9 that I uploaded. I noticed, because I hadn't changed their titles yet, that I went through and I applied some ad revenue to all of them and updated their titles, to which I had 2 sections that were limited in ad revenue. They weren't age restricted, but their ad suitability was labeled as being limited, which gave me a clue as to maybe those sections were problems. Now, section 9 was limited, but it also started on an F-bomb within seconds of starting the video. This particular section did. So I ruled that out, as after having watched the 15 minutes, there was nothing that stuck out as violent. There was a couple violent scenes in here. Still, again, pretty discernible that it's a fucking video game. But I went through and I blurred those. And finally, I have a version that I think I can upload that is not age restricted. So the good news is I am going to be able to get the video out. I'll probably have 2 different versions, one of them censored, the other one not, including those scenes that were too graphic. And if anyone wants to see the uncut version, then they can watch the uncensored one after they sign in and verify that they're 18 years of age. And yes, while I did find this solution, I have tended to calm down a little bit, but overall it shouldn't have fucking happened. Like I stated before, this is already fucking hard enough. I'm stressing out because I want this to work. And the platform is actively working against me. Not only by fucking smothering my channel under a pile of a bunch of other people, but now creating actual hurdles for me to jump over that I shouldn't have to. Sometimes you can do everything right and it still doesn't work out. And at this point, it's kind of a compulsion. I feel like I need to get these videos out. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. I wouldn't have been doing it for this long if I didn't enjoy it. But it's getting to the point where I spend so much time on making these YouTube videos that it's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing for what I get back. A fucking yellow piss icon and spit in the face by YouTube's customer service team. I'm hoping that it's just an overcorrection, that it'll be pulled back a little bit. Whatever adjustments need to be made will be made, and that things will continue to get better on the platform. But that's a pretty big rarity on this platform. It took years before the adpocalypse had corrected itself. And now entire channels are fucking disappearing left and right because the AI found them guilty of doing something they had no chance to fight against. I guess I could be grateful that all my videos are still intact and that I've essentially uploaded the same fucking video over 20 times now, and YouTube's AI hasn't fucking flagged me as being a bot on their platform. But am I supposed to be thankful for not getting fucking slapped around in an abusive relationship? I don't know. YouTube's got a big fucking problem again, among other problems. And this one's quickly climbing the ladder of importance. I hope this doesn't happen to you because it was a fucking nightmare. And I guess I hope nothing worse happens to me. No matter what, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep making these videos. But for somebody that's at the bottom of this dog pile just trying to fight his way out to fucking breathe, I guess that's all I can do is hope. I don't know. I just had to say something about it. Thanks for watching, I guess.